We're going to read now this week's Torah reading for this coming Shabbat. Next week, we're reading Deuteronomy chapter 32. There's one chapter this week, chapter 32. Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall drop as the dew, as the small rain on a tender plant and the showers on the grass. Because I will proclaim the name of Yah and ascribe greatness to our Elohim. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are just, an El of faithfulness, and without evil, just and upright is he. Just and upright is he. He has not corrupted himself. His sons, it is their blemish. They are a crooked and perverse nation. Do you thus give back to Yah, O foolish and unwise people? Is he not your father who brought you? Has not he made you established you? Remember the ancient days. Consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will declare to you, your elders, and they shall say to you, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of man, he set up the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of the cherubims of Elohim. For the portion of Yah is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We're up to verse 10. He found him in a desert land, in the waste, a howling wilderness. He encircled him and cared for him. He guarded him as the pupil of his eye. As the eagle stirs up its nest, it hovers over its young. It spreads out its wings and takes it, and bears on its wings. Yah alone led him, and there was no strange God with him there. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, so that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock, butter from cows and milk from the flock, with fat from lambs and rams of the sons of Bashan, and he-goats, with the fat of the kidneys of wheat, and the blood of the grape. You shall drink wine. But Jarsharon grew fat and kicked. You grew fat, thick, and sedated, and abandoned Elohim, who made him, and fell away from the rock of his salvation, Yeshua. With strange gods they moved him to jealousy, with idols they provoked him to anger. They sacrificed to demons who were not Elo, to Elohim who they did not know, new ones who came later. Your fathers had not dreaded them. The rock that begot you, you neglected, and forgot the El who formed you. And Yah looked and despised them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. We're up to verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end will be. For they are a perverse generation, sons in whom is no faithfulness. They made me jealous with a not El. They made me angry by their vanities, and I shall make them jealous by a not a people. By a foolish nation I shall make them angry. For a fire has been kindled in my anger, and it burns to the lowest part of the Sheol, and consumes the earth and its produce, and it sets on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap evils on them. I will use my arrows on them. I will send on them exhaustion by famine, and depletion by burning heat, and bitter destruction, and the teeth of beasts, with the venom of crawling things in the dust. The sword shall bereave without, and terror from within. both the young and the virgin, the suckling and the man of gray hairs. I said, I will dash them to pieces. I will make their memory cease from among men, saying, were it not the provocation of the enemy, I feared that their foes should judge amiss, that they might not say, our hand is high, and Yah has not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, and no understanding is in them. If they were wise, they would understand this. They would comprehend their lighter end. How could one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight? If it were not their rock that sold them, and Yah had shut them up. We're up to 31. For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies being judges. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and their grapes of the field of Gomorrah, grapes of gall. They have bitter clusters. Their wine is the venom of the serpents and the cruel venom of apes. It is not stored up with me, sealed in my treasuries. Or is it not stored up with me, sealed in my treasuries? Vengeance and retribution belong to me. In due time their foot will slip, for the day of their calamity is near, and the things prepared are hurrying for them. For Yah will bring his people justice, and he shall have compassion on his servants. For he sees their power is gone, and only the imprisoned and abandoned remain. And he will say, where are their gods, the rock in which they sought refuge, who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you. Let it be a hiding place for you. See now that I am he, and other Elohim are nothing against me. I kill and I preserve alive. I wound and I heal, and there is no deliverer from my hand. We're up to verse 40. For I lift up my hand to the heavens and I say, I live forever. If I have sharpened my lightning sword and my hand lays hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my foes, and I will repay those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh with the blood of the slain of the captives from the hairy head of the enemy. Rejoice, O nations, with him, and let the cherubims of Elohim worship him. Rejoice, you nations, with his people, for he shall avenge the blood of his servants and shall render vengeance to his foes, and will atone for his land and his people. And Moses came and spoke all the words of this song in the ears of the people, and he and Joshua the son of Nun. And Moses finished speaking all these words to all Israel, and said to them, set your heart on all the words which I have testified against you today, that you command your sons to take heed to do all the words of this Torah. For it is not a useless word for you, for it is your life, and by this word you shall prolong your days in the land where you are crossing over the Jordan, there to possess it. And Yah spoke to Moses in that day, saying, go up into Mount Abraham, to Mount Nebo, in the land of Moab, which is opposite Jericho, and see the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the sons of Israel for a possession, and die in the mountain where you are going, and be gathered to your people, even as your brother Aaron died in Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people. Because you transgressed towards me among the sons of Israel at the waters of Stripe in Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin, because you did not sanctify me in the midst of the sons of Israel. Yet you shall see the land across from you, but you shall not go in there to the land which I am giving to the sons of Israel. That was Deuteronomy chapter 32. Thank you, Father Yah, for this blessed day. Praise Yah. Father Yah, may you be with your people. Hallelujah, everybody. Have a blessed day. And shalom, shalom.